Do you want to know how to become a better Call of Duty player? Do you also want to know how to drop more nukes and go on those long kill streaks that YouTubers seem to always do? Well, this is the video for you. I'm going to be giving you guys 4 tips today that you can implement into your game right now and start working on. And that's going to help you not only improve at Call of Duty, but also drop more of those nukes. Hey guys, what is going on? It is your boy J King, and today I'm going to be giving you guys 4 tips to help you improve at Call of Duty and drop more nukes. This is going to be a sequel to the last video. You guys have shown an insane amount of support on that video, so I do appreciate all the support on that. But yeah, in this video, we're going to be going over 4 more tips, and these are going to be sort of dual purpose. It's going to help you improve at Call of Duty in general, but it's also going to help you go on those nuke streaks. So hopefully you're going to be walking away from today's video overall knowing how to become a better Call of Duty player and get more nukes. So before we hop into it, this week's shoutouts, we do have a shout out for MaddAbber907. His Twitch link will be down in the description below. If you want to shout out yourself, all you have to do is head over to my stream, jking_official on Twitch, get 1,000 channel points before next week's video, and then redeem the channel point reward for a shout out, and you'll be in next week's video yourself, as well as your link in the description below. If this video has helped you at all, please consider leaving a like. Also consider subscribing. Those help out the channel a ton. We're closing in on that 100 subscriber mark, so that is absolutely insane. Also leave a comment on which tip you think is going to be most important, which tip you're going to be trying out first, and if you just want to comment down below and say hey, I'll be replying to all of them, so go ahead and drop it. So without further ado, let's get into it. So hopping right into it, the first tip that I want to give to you guys is have the right gear. Now obviously you don't have to have the most expensive gear to be good at Call of Duty. That's not what I'm trying to say with this tip, but there are certain things that are really going to help you improve. The first thing about it is use a monitor. If you're playing on a TV, it might look pretty good, but there's a thing called input lag on the actual screens themselves. So basically that means from the time that you press something on your controller, the time it takes for that action to appear on the screen is called input lag. Having a high input lag in pretty much any FPS game is going to be really detrimental. You're going to feel sluggish. You're not going to have as good as aim. You're just going to be maybe like a few seconds behind. Not really actually a few seconds, but you know, theoretically pretty much every single monitor is going to have a lower input lag than any TV, even if you have like game mode or something on their TV. So try to get a monitor. You don't have to go crazy with it. You don't need to get an extremely expensive monitor, but just monitors in general. Do some research on what input lag certain monitors have and try to go for the lowest input lag and response time. Also, refresh rate does matter on monitors, but only if your FPS in game is going to reach that mark. Obviously with the new PS5s and the Xbox Series X, those are going to be able to reach 120 frames in Call of Duty. So having a monitor with 120 hertz, you're going to be able to see the effects of that. You're going to be getting the full 120 FPS on the screen. There's no reason for you to buy a 240 hertz monitor and only play at 120 hertz. So just know that if you're going to be buying a monitor or buying something like that, try to get the refresh rate that is going to match what you're going to be playing in game. Obviously, if you have a PC and you can reach that 240 hertz is going to help. So try to get the monitor that is going to have the max amount of refresh rates that you're going to be hitting in game. Obviously, things like controllers, having things like paddles where you can jump and drop shot without taking your hands off of the right stick is huge. Basically, the overall tip of this area is to play on a monitor and play on the monitor that's going to have the max refresh rate that you are going to be hitting in game. Obviously, if you're not going to be above 60 FPS and you're still playing on the PS4 and Xbox One, or maybe even a PC, you don't really need to buy a monitor that is going to have a higher refresh rate than that, unless you're going to be future-proofing for maybe potential upgrades in the future. And also controllers that have paddles or some sort of thing like that to help you have more mobility while keeping your thumb on the right stick. Those 3 things right there are pretty much the only thing you need for gear. Obviously, headphones can help, but those are going to be marginal differences, and these are the 3 things that you should focus on. Now, moving into the second tip, and this one, I could do an entire video over it. Let me know if you guys want to. But this is movement. Movement in the past Call of Duty games has been extremely important with the introduction of sliding, especially with the advanced movement of some of the previous Call of Duties. Having the right movement is actually insane. People, I think, underestimate it about how much it helps you in gunfights and just overall moving around the map. So just quick overviews of the actual tips. Obviously, moving around corners, you either want to be going into a slide cancel, which I can explain in a future video, or you want to be jump shotting around those corners. This is going to make you the hardest possible possible target to hit. It's also going to be giving you an advantage in the gunfight. You're going to be seeing your enemy before they are seeing you. So overall, this is what you want to do. You don't want to just come around the corner, even like aiming in. That's going to make you a super easy target. Also try to strafe as much as possible in gunfights. I like doing like long strafes. So say I'm in a gunfight, instead of just going back and forth, that's going to make me an easy target to hit, even if like the enemy isn't having the perfect aim. Instead of going back and forth, I'll do a one long strafe to one side. So if I'm not going to be going back and forth in gunfights, I'm just going to be strafing either to the right or to the left. That's going to make the enemy track you more than if you're just going back and forth. Because if they just keep shooting straight and you're still strafing back and forth, that's going to make you a pretty easy target to hit. Some of those bullets are going to be landing on you, especially with aim assist in this game. That is going to make you a pretty easy target. Moving just to the one side is going to make you a harder target. It's going to make them track you, try to make them work for that kill. So try to strafe as much as possible. There is a thing called ledge sliding in this game. It's been in Black Ops 3, maybe even BO4, but this is where you can go off sort of a ledge and slide off of it, and you're going to get a pretty fast speed boost off of that. You can use that in conjunction with jumping around a corner or maybe going around a corner, and you're going to be throwing these enemies off guard. You're going to make them reposition their centering and try to snap onto you. It's really just going to give you an advantage in those gunfights, and hopefully you can win them. Like I said, I could do an entire video on that. Let me know if you guys want that, but those are just some general tips of this area. Now, before I move on to the last two tips, and the last tip I do think is the most important, this is going to be something that's going to help you just improve at a pretty rapid pace in Call of Duty. I do want to say, if this video has helped you at all, consider leaving a like. Also consider subscribing. Like I said, we're on the road to 100 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. Also, let me know down in the comments of which of these areas you want me to expand on. I can do an entire video about the right gear. I can do an entire video about the right movement. I could also pretty much do an entire video on the last tip, and you guys will see that here very shortly. So let me know down in the comments what you would like to see below. I'm also a variety streamer over at jking_official on Twitch. I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'd be amazing if you guys hopped in for a stream. I also create DMCA-free hip-hop music on all major streaming platforms, including Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. I currently have 23 songs that you can use in any stream or video, and you're not gonna ever get a DMCA strike on my music. So look up J King, same spelling as my YouTube, on all of those platforms. And yeah, without further ado, let's get back into it. So the third tip that I want to give to you guys, it might be one of the overall general tips, but it's still really important, is to overall just be healthy. Now, you might think that if I play for 8 hours, I'm going to get a certain amount of improvement out of those 8 hours, and that's going to be a pretty linear progression. So if I play 6 hours, I'm going to get less. If I play 5 hours, I'm going to get less. If I play over that, I'm just going to keep improving. That's actually not true. There's various studies and science behind this, but actually the rate of improvement that you get is actually pretty diminishing as the longer you go playing. So I definitely recommend trying to play as much as you can while still being healthy and obviously maintaining other responsibilities. So make sure that you are, number one, eating healthy, having a good diet. This is just going to help you with your mental energy, your mental clarity, and overall just physical energy. Try to do some sort of physical exercise every day. A lot of studies have shown this actually really helps mental performance. This is just going to help you overall not only play better, but it actually helps your rate of improvement the more active your brain is in the game. And exercising really does help improve your brain's performance while playing. And overall, just taking breaks and, you know, doing something else is actually pretty refreshing on the game. I've had where I've played every day for like weeks straight, and just see my performance just decreasing and decreasing, especially on my aim. And then I take a break and come back for like after one day, and all of a sudden I'm like crazy good again. So taking breaks, having that mental reset can actually help you play better and not just grinding the game 24/7. So overall, just try to get some exercise in once a day. It could be any sort of exercise. Try to eat healthy, and also try to take some breaks while you're playing. This is just going to help your brain perform better, and this is not only going to help you play better in the actual game, it's going to help your rate of improvement. So try to avoid just playing the game 24/7. Now, the fourth tip, and I think this might be one of the most important tips on the actual list, and this is going to be reviewing VODs. Again, I could do an entire video on this subject, but basically some of the overall tips is you can review VODs of yourself, or you can review VODs of pros. Now, in pretty much every Treyarch game, I believe they have a theater mode, and this is actually pretty helpful. So you can just go into theater in any one of your games, and you can actually pull up the mini map, the entire map of everyone on it, and pretty much watch that the entire game. So from there, you can actually evaluate what sort of mistakes that you did, what you know, spawns did you predict? What enemy movements did you predict? What mistakes did you make that got you killed? Going over your own VODs and reviewing them is going to help you learn from your mistakes much quicker than just playing the game and then, oh, I'm going to make a mental note of it, I'm not going to do it again. That's not really true. Actually going in after the fact is going to help you understand, okay, what went wrong? What did I make a mistake in? So doing that is really helpful. Also reviewing like VODs of just overall pro players or really good players. That's going to help you learn a lot about the situational awareness, what plays did they make in certain situations, what was their sort of thought process behind it, and also like what mistakes did they make that, you know, you can do better. So overall, just going over a video about like yourself and the best players is going to help you learn, okay, what did I do wrong? What do I need to improve upon? And then take that information into your playing time and then try to improve upon it. This is going to help your rate of improvement go up drastically, and it's just going to help you become a better player. So like I said, I can do an entire video on that if you guys would like. So just let me know down in the comments which one of these would you like to see an entire video where I discuss it more fully and tell you guys exactly how to break down VODs, exactly how to do certain movements in Call of Duty, and exactly what sort of gear you guys should be looking for. So anyway, guys, that's going to be today's video. If you are seeing this, you're the absolute GOAT. I do appreciate you supporting the channel all the way through, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
The essence, I know every second counted you among all of the noise. I think I finally found the truth. Always remember everything that I've ever found.